Welcome everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. We're a day early, but it's okay. It's my favorite day of the week, Wednesday, getting over the hump, presented by your boy, Phoenix Born, as always, motivating you, pushing you, inspiring you. I'll explain why I have a lot of energy later. But I'll make sure helping my people stay on track, make sure they're achieving their goals. You already know it's another episode. Let's get to it. I'm just kidding. No. So the word is knowledge, and I'm just gonna go straight to the definition: to cultivate people who can be helpful to one professionally. This week was actually really difficult trying to figure out what word or theme to pick. And I had a lot of ideas in mind, and networking really came to me. So networking, there's different ways, but in this case, is basically having a group of people around you. And that's very important when it comes to achieving whatever goal or dream that you're trying to do. It's almost impossible doing it alone because you can only go so far. Not saying you're not capable of it, but sometimes there's specific doors or specific entryways that require you to get access from another person or another place, so on and so forth. Me, for example, my network of people is very close-knit. I know realtors, I know people in real estate, I know investors, I know people who manage investments, I know photographers, I know people who work on cars, so on and so forth. So I have a network of people around me where if I have a question on something I don't know, and that's the venture I'm trying to go at, I go ahead and ask them, hey, how does this work? What's the right way in terms of navigating through it, so on and so forth. And that's very helpful when it comes to getting past certain plateaus in your journey. So you can open a business, like I always mention, and you can start generating, let's say, $5,000 a month, whatever the industry is. But you want to push to 10 grand, and you're doing everything in your power to be able to do it. Sometimes it's helpful when somebody who's already been in your situation knows how to guide you through it. So instead of you doing multiple trial and errors, which is okay when you're trying to pursue your dreams, but sometimes having a second person or a second opinion in terms of guidance helps out a lot, because you're gonna make less mistakes, you're going to make fewer errors, and you'll be able to maximize your opportunity in terms of time and profits in terms of the business, so on and so forth. Networking can also be something different. Networking can also be trying to figure out not your identity, but maybe some problems that you're dealing with inside or internally. Sometimes you need a second person, somebody who you can trust and say, hey, listen, I'm going through X, Y, and Z. I've tried resolution A, B, and C, and it's not working. Do you have a suggestion? And that other person can say, hey, listen, I've been in your shoes, maybe not entirely, but I've been in something similar. This is what worked for me, this is what didn't work. And I've always mentioned, when it comes to achieving your goals and dreams, it's not one size fits all. You're a unique individual, just like I am. And there are certain pieces to the puzzle that you're trying to accomplish that require you to achieve it for you. So I can't tell you, hey, you need to do X, Y, Z for you, when sometimes you only need X and maybe why. That's where networking really comes in. It's having that guidance in terms of trying to elevate yourself. More likely is gonna be professionally, which is understandable, but sometimes it's not always professionally. Sometimes it's just more personal, and you just need somebody who's been on that other side of the road, who was able to overcome that wall and be able to say, man, that person did it. And I know I can do it because he just did it or she just did it. I just wish I knew how to do it. And we're really scared to ask. Sometimes I don't ask people. I'm stubborn, and sometimes I don't want to deal with it in terms of having to trouble them. But you never know. You asking that person for advice or a question is them saying, hey, I want to be able to help you out so that way you don't make the same mistakes I made. And that's what I like to do with my friends and family. If they ask me about something, most of the time I already been through it, and I just tell them, hey, I don't want you to go through that trouble that you're about to go through. you should do it this way because this is how I would have done it if I had started in your shoes. And networking is really powerful. Networking can sometimes be much greater than a degree. I know from personal experience, one of my closest friends, Big Rican, he got me into the job that I'm in now. And I'm close with him, we hang out, we do as much as we can. But because of him, and I graduate in 2 weeks with my bachelor's, is how I was able to get in. Of course, I'm religious and I give all the glory to God, but because he's there, if he was placed in my life for that reason, is how I was able to jump in. Without me knowing him, I would have never been able to get to that job I have. Same thing with certain projects that I've been doing. I've met people along the way in my life, and I've just said, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. Some of them knew all the answers, some of them didn't. And I was able to figure some stuff out on my own, just like you're going to. You're gonna be able to figure some stuff on your own. But sometimes you're gonna need somebody to say, they're not always gonna tell you the right answer or the exact answer, but they're gonna start guiding you. Hence, it's named networking. They're gonna guide you, they're gonna help you get to where you're trying to get to. When it comes to your dreams and your goals, yes, you can do it solo. It is much harder trying to do it solo. It's not impossible, but start working on your networking. Start getting to know people. They don't even have to be your friends, just people at work or people you meet about doing your daily errands. Just talk to people. You'll be surprised what people will go through and what people know. You'll be really surprised. That's what I like to do. If I meet people and I ask them about a little bit about their life, especially when I meet college students, I tell them straight up, listen, you got to do X, Y, Z. I'm telling you right now, had I been in your shoes, I would have done it this way. And that goes a long way. It may not matter at that moment, but they're going to think back about that years time and say, man, I remember this person came in, just randomly started talking to me and told me this, and it helped me further where I'm going. Don't take networking as a joke. Networking is a very powerful tool when it comes to your journey in terms of goals and dreams. It's a very powerful tool. Use it to your greatest advantage. You already know that was the episode on networking. Reason why I had a lot of energy is because I had a presentation to do for school, and I had a freestyle half of the presentation, and I got an A on it, so I was super hyped. So that's why I had so much energy. But as always, just like I mentioned, share it if you think others need to hear it. Hit that like button if you enjoyed what I said. I'm always here to help you guys, motivate you guys, inspire you guys. And as always, every Wednesday, getting over the hump, we here. Take care and have a good day. Bye.